Hello again. This is Pete Wyden with the Professional Permaculture Designer. Super excited to get into today's topic. We're talking about sales, especially, and some of the mindset around that in your business. Moving through conversations in a way where you're not affected on a long-term basis by conversations that maybe didn't go that great. Being able to reset very quickly and be very resilient in your own mindset and your approach to customer interactions. And I was gonna do a casual Friday today. I've got my hemp shirt on underneath here, but I had it on. I was just like, man, it just doesn't feel right. I like having the collar on, and I also wanted to bring this into the video because it's so important to feel successful with the clothes that you're wearing. Like, I feel really light, and I just feel good wearing this shirt. It feels great. I feel professional, and I'm able to bring that into my work and my interactions with you guys. So take a look at what you're wearing to client meetings, when you're giving talks, etc. Or also if you're doing stuff online with social media. It's so important to feel great. And by feeling great, you're going to do great work. And of course, looking great is helpful as well. It makes you very approachable. Looking somewhat put together, you've got a good sensibility about you, and you're self-aware enough to put out a good image, an authentic image to who you truly want to be. That's what's really important. I do have a couple mentorship spots open. So if you're really interested in finally cracking the sales code for your business, reach out to talk about that with me. We can set up a connection call and see what you're all about. You can see what I'm all about as well behind the scenes. That'll be fun. And today we're going to focus on the fact that no one thing is going to make or break your business. It's just not. And so many people are so caught up on what if this conversation doesn't go well when I'm asking for money, or what if I bomb a talk? What if, something happens on site and we don't have a good interaction at the time? One great aspect of this is always take the high road, always just be diplomatic. It's rare that people are going to be shouting at you or anything like that. But if and when that does happen, that's their problem, guys. It's not you. You're so much more than the designer, the consultant, and you're so much more than that one moment that might have, maybe it was your responsibility and you did make a mistake, but give yourself the space to come back with a good attitude, a good response. Like I say at the end, I'll say it again at the end of the video, every moment's a fresh start. So no one thing is going to make or break your business, especially when it comes to the sales conversation, but in general, across the board, it's just not going to. I've spec'd the wrong color of mulch in the past on like a $9,000 landscape, and it was all natural mulch, which I prefer personally, and most people do, but this was a particular client who really wanted brown dyed mulch, and so that was my bad, and we figured it out. They weren't very happy, but they were happy in the end, and it turned out great. We actually built a pretty strong relationship because they learned that they could really trust me to make good on my service. So that's just one example of how making a mistake or omission isn't going to make or break your design business, and also knowing what your limitations are technically around drainage, grading, putting in walls, earthworks, stuff like that. Maybe have somebody look over that, and there are a lot of people in this group. If you want to put in a comment and see if somebody might be willing to look over something, either just pro bono, or you could potentially hire somebody to look over your design work as well. It's always helpful, especially if you're doing something new. And when it comes to these conversations with your clients, if a sale fell through, you had a great interaction on when you were in person with this prospect, and they didn't end up coming through and signing on at the time, don't worry about if it's feeling awkward for you. You don't have to take these things personally. Some people will sign on, some won't. so what? There's so many people out there. No one person is, you shouldn't be thinking that making any one sale in your business is going to make or break your success, or that you're going to have to go out of business if you don't make a sale. That should never be the case. If you are feeling that way, send me a PM. Let's talk about it, because you don't deserve to be in that situation, and it's easy, it's possible to work your way out of that for sure. So we could talk about that. But if you have an awkward conversation, like I went to a site visit the other day, and the guy was really nice, but it was just like kind of an awkward meeting. And then I also asked him about his budget and realized that he was below my personal minimum of $2,500 for design. And so it was just like, I just let him know that, it comes down to clear communication as well. If you're feeling awkward about something at the time, wait until later, maybe send them a message when you're thinking more clearly, etc. And no conversation is the last chance you'll get with somebody. If the conversation didn't go in the right direction that you wanted it to, say you had a site visit with somebody where they just kept blabbering, etc., talking on and on about things that didn't necessarily directly pertain to the design. It also comes down to your ability to get in there and say, hey, let's stay focused. I want to make sure my time with you get the full value of this visit. But if you were awkward around talking about money with somebody and they just didn't feel right about it, you can always send them a follow-up email later on. And there are certain techniques for that, in terms of really showing people that you listen to them, that you know what they're looking for. That comes down to how you lead these conversations in general. But having a business is a learning process. And so just being open to the fact that if things didn't go right or didn't feel great, there's a lesson in there. And they might keep happening. Those types of situations may keep happening over and over, such as not making sales, if there's a lesson in there for you to learn. And what works for other people in their business might not actually work for you. There are some sales techniques, processes that I was taught in the past that just really haven't worked for me in my interactions with ecological design clients. There's a different process that some people might actually think is too risky and taking too much chance, but I like to build trust with my clients and know that we have a good enough relationship that they're going to come through. So that's part of kind of my back end process in sales that I teach in the one-to-one mentorship. But the question is, does it feel right for you personally? Does it feel genuine for you to go about sales in a certain way? And if it doesn't, it's not going to be something that you feel eager to get out and have a conversation with somebody about it. But if it feels like a natural conversation, and it feels like you're just talking with a friend, but that you are an authority on a certain subject, and they're really respecting and valuing your insights and expertise, that's really how you want it to feel. And so as you're moving through different conversations with various people, various types of client prospects, and various other professionals that you work with on a daily basis, just be aware of when it does feel like things are really jiving, you're connecting, communication's clear, and when it's not, when there might be something that you just didn't take the time to understand, or maybe looking at how this other person's style is, the communication style is, and how they work best together to meet you face to face and really be on a mutual level of understanding and be able to work together in a very smooth and effective way. It's really apparent on an intuitive level if it feels awkward or if it feels smooth. It could just be that it's not a good client fit or professional relationship fit if it is all awkward all the time, and you've taken a close look at it, an honest look at things, and realized, oh, it's actually the other person's way of doing things. And we can only change ourselves. We can't change other people. So it's important to align ourselves with the best fit, energetically, mentally, how people like to work, to really complement each other and find relationships that are going to be beneficial for everybody. And every moment is a fresh start. If you feel a sense of frustration coming up, it's important to have boundaries around, say, someone demanding too much of you in certain situations, or you agreeing to something that you don't really feel good about. But every moment's a fresh start. You can always change your mind. If you said yes to something that you're actually not feeling right about, you can find some middle ground. Or, if a sale didn't go through, you can come around with a whole new take on it, whole new perspective, and actually have an offer that's really going to work for that person. They might sign on. It becomes a longer term relationship. So there's a lot of potential in how our interactions might have gone one way, but we can turn it around in a completely different way for a positive outcome. So if you're looking to improve your own sales and communication for your business and booking out your service, reach out via PM or comment below. And if you'd like to talk about certain situations that keep coming up for you that there's a lesson in, but you can't really figure it out, leave a comment below. Let's hash it out, figure it out. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. I'm going to take my hemp shirt outside, do a little walk in the sun, and I'm going to create some energy grids for the spring solstice at a beautiful island in the Mississippi River with a friend later this afternoon, which I'm very excited about. Doing some land healing, land clearing, helping the land express itself energetically. And we'll see some cool benefits from that as the season progresses, things start growing, and the energy shifts and is allowed to break up with the ice and really set some nourishing things in motion on the land. It's something I'm all about on a deeper level with my work beyond just design. Take care, have fun, do awesome work. See you later.